Hello everyone, I am Nick from Bootstrap. In this tutorial, we are going to see how to write TCP input services using the platform. Let's go to the platform guide. Select the data handling and then the TCP input section. TCP input services are nothing but low-level socket programming using TCP protocol. There are multiple ways TCP input service can be configured in the platform. If you configure an input using the direct method, the entire socket handle will be given to the rules engine code. You can directly deal with data transactions between the client and the server. When you say fixed packet size, the platform will buffer the content until the packet size is reached. And then, the rules engine code will process the content. When you say buffered, the platform will buffer the entire content of the socket client. As soon the socket client closes the connection, the buffered content will be executed in the rules engine. When you say delimited, the platform will buffer the content until it sees a delimiter. And then execute the rules engine code to process the content. Line by line is very similar to delimited mode, except for the fact that the platform will listen for the carriage return or until it sees a new line feed. Every line will be processed separately by the rules engine code until the socket client closes. Now let's take a quick example and create a simple TCP input service in the platform. In this example, we are going to shuffle a pack of cards. The client will issue a content called shuffle, and the TCP input will reply back with the shuffled card information. Let's copy this code and go to the platform rules engine. And then select TCP rules. And click Add Rule to add a new rule. Give the rule a name here. Select the instance type here. And there are separate tutorials which talk about each type in detail. Typically TCP services should be node singleton. And you can specify the number of instances in each machine. You could start at boot or start on demand. Listen host typically should be 0000. What this means is that all the available network interfaces in the hardware will listen on this specified port. Whatever port you specify, TCP socket will be open on this port and will wait for the client connections. All of these advanced parameters are optional, and you could leave it as default. This is the main thing you should be focusing on. Need to specify the type of TCP input service. In our case, we are going to pick line by line. The idea is that the client can type commands in every line, and the server is going to reply back based on each command. I have already created a TCP rule called echo. And let's look at it. I am listening on port 7878. I have an instance type as node singleton with one instance and configured TCP input as line by line. Now, let's use the same code from the tutorial that we copied. I'm starting the instance. I have opened 4 different terminals, so 4 clients can connect at the same time. I am connecting with the server. It's connected now. Let me issue a command called shuffle. I got the reply back. Each terminal has different values. You see, 4 different clients and 4 different rules instances got executed. Now, if you say any other command, it's going to come back and say unknown command. Now, you can take a look into how to deal with the incoming sockets using the context APIs. Go to the TCP context API and these are all the methods you can use. If you want to reply back to a socket, you could simply say reply. and pass a string content or a binary content. If you want to broadcast a content to all of the clients connected to the same service, you can use this broadcast method. If you want to broadcast to one specific client, you can specify the client ID and use this method. The client ID can be retrieved using getID of this TCP context API. This API is for the rules engine code, meaning the TCP context will be available in this rule. Just in case, if you want to invoke the same TCP context from any other rule to broadcast a reply to a client, it can be done using this input context API. This service ID is nothing but the name of the TCP rule, and in our case, it is echo. Very similarly, if you have multiple services, you can switch the service ID. These are the service level APIs where you can invoke from a different rule. This context is actually a connection context which is available within the TCP rule. Both offer the same functionality, except for the fact that if you want to execute from a different rule, service level context APIs should be used. That's it for now in this tutorial. Please visit our website and learn more about the platform capabilities. Thanks for watching.